The idea for Dub Side of the Moon first came about in 1999. The sound we were going for was basically roots reggae. Approaching it from sort of 70s, mid-70s, late 70s, maybe even to early 80s stylistic approach. Combining that with some of the sounds and textures from the original Pink Floyd album, which we worked really hard on trying to actually recreate, combine with it. One way I always thought of it was, what if Dark Side of the Moon had been recorded and mixed in Kingston, Jamaica by scientists in the late 70s or early 80s.
Reggae on the Rocks 2005! Welcome to the Dub Side of the Moon.
Some of those festivals.
Yeah, festival vibes, but as far as like venues such as.
But even when we do play for like a straight up like a festival, reggae festival crowd, it's cool because like it's refreshing to people, you know. Like we play behind just some of the absolute greats. We've shared the bill, you know, with everyone. Like, you know, Steel Pulse, and, you know, Barrett, Louisiana. It's crazy, and it's such an honor. But it's cool because people see, you know, a whole. You know, 3 days worth of just straight up reggae, and then we come out and it's like a different flavor, you know. So.
I was in the military when I fell in love with it at the time, you know. I was just hanging around the barracks and this guy was jamming some Steel Pulse and some Bob, and I was standing outside of his room and I'm like, whoa. He would notice me standing in front of his door every day because I would like every day, because I lived off post because I was married. So every day I would come into the barracks, I would hear him playing Bob. So I would stand by his door and just like, listen. One day he invited me into his room, right? So I'll go inside his room and this guy in here is in the barracks and blazing herb and listening to reggae. I'm like, you know, I'm getting paranoid. I'm like, man, I know y'all smoke weed in here in the barracks, this and that. Chill out, man, we do this all the time. So I'm like, wait, so, you know, I'm just getting exposed to that's what you guys be doing. I sit down and pick up the Uprising LPM. So I'm coming in from the cold comes on. I'm reading the lyrics along with it because it's on the album cover. I mean, it's like for the first time it hit me. And the very verse that hit me was when Bob said, when you let the system make you get your love. No. And I mean it like, from that point on I was like in a trance because here I was sworn to give my life in the military. And I knew that if I got orders at that very moment to go to Ethiopia or Somalia or someplace to go kill some Africans, I have to go do it by order. And I'm like, and I'm hearing Bob say, well, you let the system make you kill your brother. And that's how it hit me. And from that day forward, my life has just changed. I said, it's like something said to me, man, you're fighting in the wrong army, man. If you're gonna give your life, then give your life. And I went AWOL. And then from that day forward, it was like, I wouldn't say a mission, but just like a conviction. I've been blessed to play with, you know, some of my greatest heroes, you know? I mean, people that I mean really looked up to as like angels. Because I was hearing their lyrics, I mean, just name the Meditations for one. know. So that whole experience was like my first going experience with the meditation. But within that time, I mean, Sister Carol, Fred Locks, Sugar Minot, Frankie Paul, the Congos, the Itals. Through the meditations, that's how I, you know, linked up with Easy Star, you know. And that's been like another whole door opener. Because where I'm from, I mean, in New Orleans, we had a little clique, but not like in New York. I mean, that was like, wherever you go, yeah, you know, they know what they're doing. You know, they're playing the music like it should be played.
African continent, until that day, should not know peace. Until that day, we will.
Oh, Jaja, no, yeah. Yeah. Then, I beg Jah to save we from the ones who enslave we. We work so hard, but get no pay. And when them ready, them beat we. All the while we treat we. Then work but still we're old and grey. I beg Jah to save we from the ones who enslave we. We work so hard. Keep it locked.
I just always liked music, but how I actually got into it, I used to like hang out in the early days in New York, like around Superpower record stores, place like that, you know, where I kind of got familiar with artists like Supercat, Sluggy Ranks, Nitty Gritty, all those dudes, you know. But I started off like as a DJ, but like once I discovered that I was actually DJing in key, it opened up a whole different thing to me, you know what I mean? So then most of my things consisted of melodies, so it was like more of like a sing-J thing, you know what I mean?
Let him live. We so, but don't, when I'm ready, we don't want to use them F-I-G-H-T. We want them for U-N-I-T-E. Come up big and them only want them D-I-E. And when them die, nobody C-A-R-E. Mix, if I mean I got this.
One point now, after I met Dennis Brown and all people like that now, so he was doing a doublet and I was like, you know, singing the harmonies there, and he was like, yo man, you need to sing, man. You can't sing, so sing, you know what I mean? I was always exposed to like real professional, real good musicians, you know what I mean? Junior jazz, all that type of people. So I was like never afraid to ask questions, you know what I mean? I mean, it's just practice becomes perfect, you know what I mean? So I'm basically like striving for that perfection, you know what I mean?
Give it up for Manny Boy, yeah.
Rastafari.
Brooklyn, brother. Brooklyn in the house, yo. Santa Monica in the house, yeah.
Mr. Solomon, to you. We've been singing and playing guitar real nice all night. Please give it up for Junior Jazz!
I've been playing since I was 13. I started playing guitar in a church in Ocho Rios, Jamaica. Started to learn theory in school under the teacher Lenny Ebert. So that was the man. He really turned out a lot of great musicians all over Jamaica. He started in Kingston and worked his way, came down to Ocho Rios. So that's when I met him in my school. From there, I went on into the hotel, and that was one of the real training ground, you know, playing a lot of American top 40 songs and all the cuts that comes out of Jamaica that time. So then from there to New York and doing the, you know, the musician thing in New York, you know, hopping on everything that you can hop on, making work here and stuff. Meeting a lot of great musicians in New York too, and getting my name out there in New York, doing all the hot clubs in New York, SOBs, Tramps, Wetlands, The Shine.
The label gentlemen, Michael G. Lamb and Eric. And they needed some backing vocals, and they gave me a call, and I was like, yeah, when? And that's it. I used to front this post-hardcore band called Song 7. And I've sang with different people, been on different recordings, from Voodoo 155 to Outkast to things I can't even remember. And then I have my solo project to work on. Well, my EP's out on my little label, Oya Warrior Records. And, you know, trying to get the resources together to record the album at some point in the new year.
I think I knew Michael G through the reggae scene because I did a lot of reggae gigs in the 80s and 90s, and also we were also playing I was in a hip hop band with Ivan, the drummer, Primordial Source, and Michael had his band Special Effect. So we used to meet at the clubs and whatnot. So he just got in touch with me, said he needed horns for a project. I really didn't know much about Easy Star at that point. Put down the horn lines in '97, and then it came out what, about a year or two later?
'98, yeah.
'98. And then from then on, the label just started growing. They did Easy Star Volume 2, Dance Hall, which doesn't have horns, and then we went on. And then we got together, Buford and I, and he's such a great trombonist. We have a real hook up with our phrasing and our tuning and our concept, and it's just playing with him has been so easy and great for me because I'm really picky about horn players, as I told you. So that clicked, and we just started going on the road together. 2 years of touring, off and on.
Michael Goldwasser called me on the phone, asked me to play some live gigs. He heard me through, I think probably Victor. Favorite part of the live show is when someone's burning a solo and the audience is cheering. Like, woo! That's probably my favorite part. I played for a lot of people. I played for the Toasters, the Scofflaws. I played for Dub Is a Weapon. I played for just numerous projects over the years.
So I have a bunch of projects going on. I have my own band, Liquid Horn, and I just got back from Brazil. We played some gigs down there in Brasilia. And I did have a really great brass section in the 80s and into the 90s called Burning Brass, with Pam Fleming on trumpet, Milda Richards on trombone. In fact, Pam plays trumpet on Easy Star Volume 1. And so the Burning Brass, we were very active in the reggae scene back then. We did Burning Spirit 3 years, we did Reggae Sunsplash USA tour, backing Dennis Brown and Maxi Priest and Shinehead, guys like that. Then we toured with Maxi Priest for a couple of years. And then, since then, we've just been doing mainly studio work, like we'll do tracks for Freddie McGregor or Toots.
Like the typical way you get a gig. First person I knew from Easy Star was Michael Goldwasser. We knew each other starting about 1993 from the New York City music scene. And I met him through one of the MCs in my hip hop band.